Aaron and Timothy, when they died, my two sons, when they died, I have to tell you that I was ripped and torn apart. Like I couldn't even understand it. It felt like somebody had reached up inside of me and pulled out my guts. And sometimes it still feels like that. Well, thank God Jesus has sewn me up and put me back together. But I tell you what, for the first 6, 7 years of that, oh my God, I felt like I was living in a living hell. It's just I, when they died, everything just changed. I mean, nothing was the same anymore. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. It was unbelievable, and it still is unbelievable today. As I just can't really grasp it sometimes. If it wasn't for Jesus Christ, oh my God, I am so glad that God came back and got me because I was at that time I was living a life of sin, a terrible life of sin. Any life of sin is bad. In the midst of while I was being torn apart by the enemy, God rescued me. He had compassion on me, and He reached over and grabbed me, and I accepted His love, His compassion. I had to build myself. God helped me build up a relationship with Him because I needed somebody. I needed someone so bad to help me get through it. And I knew that nobody on this earth could understand what I was going through. Because I know that nobody on this earth that I knew had lost two kids. And there's people over in, foreign third world countries that are losing their entire families. They understand what I'm going through. But here in the United States, unless you've lost a child, it's just different. It's just everything is different. Nothing is going to ever be the same for me again. Every day, the memory of my children deep in my heart. I mean, I must go through their funeral, 50, 67 times a week. I see their dead bodies. I see their caskets. The memory is still really fresh in my head. I have terrible PTSD from it, but thanks God to Jesus. Jesus has so much compassion on me. He slowed me down so He could use me better. That's what He did. He slowed me down because He had a work for me to do, and I promised Him that I would do this work many, many years ago. And then I turned my back on Jesus Christ. So Jesus got my attention, just as He did Job's. Well, Job was a steadfast man in the Lord, and now He can use me better. I've used this experience to build me up and not to rip me apart and tear myself down. I've used God as a crutch. I've learned to depend on God for every moment of the day. And He's the only reason why I'm still here and still alive and still breathing. Because if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, I would have been in hell by now. Because that's where I was headed. I was headed on the path of destruction to hell. And it took me to lose my two children for God to get my attention. But I'm growing with Jesus. I'm loving God now. I'm appreciating God now because I know that tomorrow is not promised to anyone. And I live my life accordingly, like tomorrow is not promised to me. I live in Christ. I keep Him first in everything. Because I know that we will all be judged. I know that my two sons will be judged on Judgment Day. It scares me because I don't know what's going to happen with them. But they don't have a chance to get a stronger relationship with Jesus Christ right now. It's over for them. And they're going to be judged on their works. And now I'm just concerned about my own salvation. And I will not stand by idly and watch my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ head on down to the pits of hell like a herd of cattle. I won't do it. Every chance I get, if I have the energy, I'm going to use that energy to help someone get a stronger relationship with Jesus Christ. That's all that matters to me. It's what I should have been doing in the first place. Instead of going out there and messing around in the world, and the world is steady killing me and sucking all the life out of me and sucked all the juice out of me. But God had to get my attention. He had to build me up through the death of my two sons. So don't feel sorry for me. I understand why God did it. I understand God does his thing his way. I don't argue with God. I don't fight with God. I accept what he everything he gives, whether it's fun or whether it's not fun. There's a lesson in everything. And now I get a chance to talk to you about Jesus Christ and let you know that he loves you despite, and that all he wants is a closer, intimate relationship with each and every last one of us. Get your children to Sunday school. Get them to church. And keep them there.